Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Public Service Commission of South Carolina. Today is February 3rd, 2020. It is 2 o'clock p.m., and we're here for our weekly business meeting. Before we get started, please join me in a brief moment of silence. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Present in the hearing room, we have Commissioners Williams, Caston Powers, Belzer, Carolee Williams, and Thomas. Joining us virtually, we have Commissioner Urban. Attorney Butler, if you would please read the agenda.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and other commissioners. The first order of business would be to set the next commission business meeting. Staff would recommend that it be set on Wednesday, February the 9th at 2 p.m.
Wednesday, February 9th at 2 p.m., the commission will hold its next scheduled business meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And going ahead with our agendas for today, there is a supplemental agenda item. This is docket number 2020-263E. It's a case of Cherokee County Cogeneration Partners, LLC versus Duke Energy Progress and Duke Energy Carolinas. And for consideration today by the commission would be the Duke Company's request for approval of a petition for expedited accounting and true-up and other relief.
Thank you very much, sir. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Thomas, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you. I move that the commission grant Duke Energy Carolinas motion for an expedited accounting order and true up as it is in the public interest to hold customers harmless. I further move that the commission find that DEC overpaid Cherokee during the period January the 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2021 in the amount of $3,048,041, which is net of the amounts withheld by DEC under prior invoices as security as detailed in the petition. I move that the commission find that Cherokee is liable and responsible to reimburse DEC for excess payments in the net amount of $3,048,041. I move that the commission order that DEC is entitled and authorized to payment, reimbursement, and/or collection of the net sum amount of $3,048,041 from Cherokee. DEC is further granted the authority from the commission to seek and obtain payment for the net sum amount of $3,048,041 from the letter of credit number 04161635 or any other means allowed by law.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Thomas's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote, starting with District 1, Commissioner Williams.
I vote aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, other members of the commission, moving on to our regular utilities agenda. Item number 1 is in docket number 2021-23C. This is a joint application of Charter Fiber Link, SC, CCO, LLC, and Time Warner Cable Information Services for designation as an eligible telecommunications carrier. At this time, for commission consideration, is Charter Fiber Link and Time Warner Cable Information Services' second notice of change to ETC designated service areas.
Thank you, Attorney Butler. Is there a motion?
Chairman Williams.
Commissioner Williams, you have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. I move that the commission approve the changes to the ETC designated service areas as designated to the ETC designated service areas as listed by the second notice of change to ETC designated service areas provided by Charter FiberLink, SC-CCO, LLC, and Time Warner Cable Information Services, South Carolina. I so move.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Williams' motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote, starting with District 1. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item number 2 on the utilities agenda is in docket number 2021-114E, and this has for commission consideration the petition for declaratory order of Orangeburg County Solar Project LLC and Orangeburg South Solar Project LLC.
Thank you, Attorney Butler. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not voting in this matter, as I have been advised by my staff that because I did not participate in the oral arguments, that it's in the interest of transparency and in the abundance of caution not to vote in this matter, as I did not hear the issues presented during the oral arguments, and I am not voting on item 2. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Thomas.
thank you. I move that the commission find that the 230 kV tie line associated with Orangeburg County Solar Project, LLC, and Orangeburg South Solar Project, LLC, and its associated facilities mandates that the commission conduct a proceeding under the South Carolina Siting Act. I further move that the commission deny the request for a declaratory order in this docket as the proposed Orangeburg County Solar Project and Orangeburg South Solar Project, collectively the projects, meet the definition of a major utility facility as defined by SC Code annotated section 583320 subpart 2 and trigger the requirements of the South Carolina Utility Facility Siting and Environmental Protection Act with regard to the 230 kV tie line and associated facilities. I also move that the commission limit this order to ruling on the status of the 230 kV tie line in relation to the South Carolina Siting Act. In order for the commission to consider the status of the actual solar facilities with respect to the Siting Act, the applicants must provide more details to the commission than have already been provided on the project's capacity limitations as well as total capacity for which the project is designed for or capable of. The law mandates that no person shall commence to construct a major utility facility without first having attained a certificate issued by the commission. It's SC Code section 58-33-110 subpart 1 supplement 2021. As mandated by the South Carolina Utility Facility Siting and Environmental Protection Act, any electric generating plant and associated facilities designed for or capable of operation at a capacity of more than 75 megawatts is a major utility facility requiring a certificate from the commission prior to commencing construction and the filing of an application with the commission. SC Code section 5833-110 subpart 1 and 5833-120 supplement 2021. So moved.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Thomas's motion, is there any discussion?
Chairman Williams?
Commissioner Williams, you have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. This commission's job is to interpret and enforce the law. The Savignon application for Orangeburg County Solar Project and Orangeburg South Solar Project is intriguing, as it would add almost 149 megawatts of renewable energy to South Carolina's energy portfolio. That is compelling. But our state statute is more compelling. State statute requires, as Commissioner Thomas reflected, that an electric transmission line and associated facilities of a designed operating voltage of 125 kilovolts or more meet the utility Facility Siting and Environmental Protection Act is found in Section 58-33-20, subsection 2. Savignon's proposal involves a transmission line that, per current statutes, must meet the requirements of the Utility Facility Siting and Environmental Protection Act. In the oral arguments, we heard testimony of the regulations in other states regarding minimum lengths of transmission line that are allowed to be permitted outside of their state's Siting Act. But South Carolina does not have such a law, nor do we have regulations within the Siting Act that clearly defines the maximums regarding DC and AC currency, further definitions of design for and capable of, and the use of restrictors to ensure that the facility is designed for energy generation that never exceeds the maximum to avoid the Utility Siting Act. South Carolina's Utility Facility Siting and Environmental Protection Act has its roots in the 1960s when solar-produced energy was in its infancy. It was designed to look at the impacts of coal and nuclear and hydro and gas plants. It was designed to look at impacts on the environment and the community. The act has been updated, but my question is, has it been updated to reflect the impacts associated with solar energy and the impacts associated with major land use changes? This particular application involves almost 3,000 acres of land. The state and local regulators need to know the evolving best management practices for proposals such as this. In other words, how can South Carolina regulators ensure that there are no unintended harmful circumstances? I am supporting Commissioner Thomas's motion, but I also offer that perhaps it's time for the appropriate entities to consider how the Utility Facility Siting and Environmental Protection Act is involved in the review of large-scale solar arrays and their transmission and how those are impactful to nearby community and the environment. Thank you, Chairman Williams and Commissioner Thomas.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Commissioners, any more discussion? Again, I am not voting in this matter as I did not attend oral arguments where issues were presented to the commission to determine the outcome of this matter. Hearing no further discussion, we will vote starting with District 1, Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
Mr. Chairman, I respectfully vote no. I agree with the portion that the 230 kV tie line does trigger the Siting Act. I do take a different view on the remainder of the motion, and therefore I respectfully vote no. Thank you.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
I am going to vote no, as I agree with Commissioner Belster's analysis.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, other members of the commission, item number 3 is docket number 2021-363E. This is a complaint matter of Valley Finney versus Duke Energy Progress LLC. And before the commission today is Duke Energy Progress's motion to dismiss the complaint and a request for confidential treatment of certain portions of the motion.
Thank you, Attorney Butler. Is there a motion?
Chairman Williams.
Commissioner Williams, you have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. With regard to this complaint matter, the complainant's household account was on an equal payment plan before the account was erroneously modified by Duke Energy Progress. Commission records indicate that at least some of the existing customers' equal payment plan accounts were grandfathered after the company substituted the budget billing plan, including Ms. Finney's account. The issue of whether any benefit or difference has been improperly removed from the complainant by removing the household account from the equal payment plan is remaining. Therefore, I move that the commission deny the motion to dismiss. I further move that the commission set the matter for hearing before the full commission and request that the clerk's office set the matter for hearing at the earliest available time. I also believe that the commission, through this motion, should encourage the parties to discuss whether resolution may be reached before the scheduled hearing, since it appears that at least one portion of the requested relief may be a return to the legacy equal payment plan arrangement. Finally, I move that the commission grant the request for confidential treatment of the confidential version of the motion to dismiss and its exhibits, as the motion and exhibits contain customer-specific account information. I so move.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Williams' motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote, starting with District 1, Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, with the commission's permission, staff would request that item number 4 be carried over just for the moment and be considered once again when the commission gets to item number 8 on the utilities agenda.
Item 4 is carried over.
Thank you, sir. Item number 5 is docket number 2021-297E. This is petition of Lockhart Power Company for an order approving accounting treatment related to settlement and true-up amounts received from Duke Energy Carolinas LLC. Before the commission today for consideration is Lockhart Power Company's petition for an order approving the accounting treatment related to settlement and true-up amounts received from Duke Energy Carolinas LLC.
Thank you, Attorney Butler. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Thomas, you have the floor, sir.
thank you. I move that the commission grant Lockhart Power Company's petition for an order approving accounting treatment related to settlement and true-up amounts received from Duke Energy Carolinas LLC. Further, I move that Lockhart adopt ORS's recommendation that the company file annual reports with ORS each January, except for the first report, which must be filed by the end of February 2022. These reports shall include the December 31st balances of the settlement and true-up charges owed to customers compared to the beginning balance of the liability for that year, and all other requirements recommended by ORS in its letter dated November the 19th, 2021. However, I move that the 2021 through 2025 rate discounts are not to be included in the settlement and true-up charges and should only be referenced in a footnote in Exhibit A of the amended petition. As they are part of a confidential settlement, they shall be redacted as necessary. The actual amount of these credits during the 2021 through 2025 will be applied to Duke Energy Carolina LLC's monthly bills to the company, which will then flow through to the customers pursuant to Schedule O. I so move.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Thomas's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote, starting with District 1, Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Vote aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, other members of the commission, item number 6 is under docket number 2021-9E. Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated's Integrated Resource Plan. And the update before the commission is the consideration of a motion for confidential treatment of joint comments filed on behalf of South Carolina Coastal Conservation League, Southern Alliance for Clean Energy, and Carolina's Clean Energy Business Association.
Thank you, Attorney Butler. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, this is Commissioner Irvin.
Commissioner Irvin, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, sir. This item is moot. After the posting of this commission's agenda, CCL and SACE filed a letter on January 28, 2022, advising that they mistakenly asked for confidential treatment as their joint January 14 filing only contain public information, and quote, there is no need for the commission to grant confidential treatment, end quote. Since the publishing of this agenda, the interveners withdrew their motion for confidential treatment. Therefore, I move that the matter be dismissed as moot. So moved.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Irvin's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will vote, starting with District 1, Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer,
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas. Aye. Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Item number 7 is under docket number 2021-374E. Before the commission today for consideration is Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated's request for waiver of bid requirement and approval to transfer Sand Dunes property to SDC Island Resident Club, LLC.
Thank you, Attorney Butler. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Powers, you have the floor, sir.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move the commission deny the request for waiver of the competitive bid requirement. As a result, the commission at this time does not approve the sale of the Sand Dunes property to SDC Island Resident Club LLC. Dominion shall obtain competitive bids for the sale of this property so as to obtain fair market value. Upon the conclusion of the bidding process, Dominion shall report back to the commission and update its request for approval of the property transfer. Additionally, DESC must comply with Commission Order Number 21-358 and all related orders concerning transfers of property.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Powers' motion, is there any discussion?
Chairman Williams.
Commissioner Williams, you have the floor, ma'am.
Upon seeing the independent market appraisal, I was open to approving this item. The transparency of seeing the market appraisal made a difference in my thinking. However, the Code of Conduct governing the relationship among Dominion Energy South Carolina, SCANA Corporation, Dominion Energy, Inc., and certain other affiliates, which was approved in May of 2021, included the requirement of a competitive bid process for properties with an appraised value in excess of $1 million. Dominion Energy South Carolina is requesting a waiver from that code, but did so without filing any compelling reasons for extenuating circumstances that necessitated the request for a waiver of the bid requirement. Hence, Commissioner Powers, I support your motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Powers, you have the floor, sir.
I appreciate Commissioner Williams' support. Real estate is worth what somebody's willing to pay. And even if they had what they thought was some compelling reason, I think this is something that belongs on the open market. And I think the more money they get, the better off the ratepayers are. Thank you.
All right. Any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Irvin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to support Commissioner Powers' motion because I agree that clearly a bid requirement should not be waived absent some compelling reason. Dominion has offered no reason. They want to sell to a private party without a competitive bid process. This is not proper under the Code of Conduct, as been pointed out earlier by other commissioners. Therefore, the commission will expect, if this motion is adopted, a competitive bidding process, meaning this will not be approved unless there are competitive bids secured either through a listing service for the sale of commercial property, documented with proper offers, or a transparent public auction process so that the highest bidder is a successful bidder. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Irvin. Any further discussion? Commissioner Powers, Commissioner Irvin, Commissioner Williams, I respect you all's position on this matter. I see it a little bit differently. I do understand that. I do understand everything that you've stated regarding why you support the motion and why, Commissioner Powers, you made the motion. I take the position that a bird in the hand is better than a bird in the bush, and Dominion Energy has submitted information to the commission that, in my opinion, makes me feel comfortable enough to allow the sale of this property for the stated price. But I do understand why you all take the opposite position. I will respectfully vote no. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote, starting with District 1. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
I vote no.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Vote aye.
Chairman Williams votes no. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, other members of the commission. At this time, staff would recommend that item number 8 and item number 4 be taken together. Item number 8 is under docket number 2021-349E. And before the commission, and item number 8 is consideration of Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC's notice of withdrawal of the joint petition pursuant to South Carolina Code annotated section 58.3.225 subsection E. Item number 4 brings to the commission's attention Duke Energy Progress LLC and Duke Energy Carolina LLC's motion to recuse, along with Google LLC's request that oral arguments be scheduled.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Commissioner Urban, you have the floor, sir.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like for the record to reflect that I will not be voting on this item, and I will not be participating in the deliberations or discussions. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Urban. Commissioner Urban is not voting in item 8.
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Thomas, you have the floor, sir.
thank you. I would just like to state for the record that I'm going to abstain from voting on this item. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Commissioner Thomas is not voting on item 8. Commissioners, is there a motion?
Chairman Williams, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston, you have the floor, sir.
With regard to item number 8, this item, because there was a response filed by Walmart Incorporated on December 29th, 2021, a responsive pleading has been filed in this docket. Therefore, a notice of withdrawal allowable by South Carolina Code Section 58-3-225E is no longer a valid option. I move that the Commission, however, treat Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC's notice of withdrawal as a motion to withdraw, and that the Commission grant the motion to withdraw of Duke Energy Carolinas LLC and Duke Energy Progress LLC. Since the underlying joint petition is withdrawn, all pending motions in this docket, including the motion in item number 4, and on today's agenda, as stated by Mr. Butler, are moot and dismissed. Therefore, I move that the Commission dismiss all pending motions and administratively close this docket. I so move.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Caston's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote, starting with District 1. Commissioner Williams.
I vote aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Item number 9 on the utilities agenda is under docket number 2019-108G. For commission consideration is the 18th Amendment to the United States Department of Defense contract at Fort Jackson, filed on behalf of Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated.
Commissioners, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Vice Chair Belzer, you have the floor, ma'am.
thank you. I move the commission accept as information the 18th Amendment to United States Department of Defense contract number SP 0600-18-C-8326, Fort Jackson, filed on behalf of Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated.
Hearing Vice Chair Belzer's motion, Commissioners, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will vote, starting with District 1. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, staff would ask that item number 10 be carried over, please.
Item 10 is carried over.
Thank you, sir. That gets us to item number 11. It's under docket number 2021-130S. Before the commission for consideration is a request for approval of the sale of assets and transfer of facilities, territory, and the certificate of public convenience and necessity from Synergy Utilities LP to South Carolina Water Utilities Incorporated, and also the settlement agreement submitted by the parties in this matter.
Mr. Chairman,
Vice Chair Belzer.
I have a motion that I'll make at this time. I move the commission approve the settlement agreement submitted by Synergy Utilities LLP, South Carolina Water Utilities, Inc., the City of Orangeburg, the Northwood Estates Homeowner Association, Inc., and the South Carolina Office of Regulatory Staff. In approving the settlement agreement, the commission approves the sale and transfer of the Synergy sewer assets to SCWU. As contained in the settlement agreement, the commission recognizes the intended transfer of the Northwood sewer system from SCWU to the City of Orangeburg Department of Public Utilities pursuant to the terms of the settlement agreement. So move.
Commissioners, hearing Vice Chair Belzer's motion on item 11, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote, starting with District 1. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, other members of the commission. This does complete the utilities agenda for today. Moving on to the commission's motor carrier agenda, staff would request that item numbers 1 through 6 be taken together today. These are all requests for approval of Class C authority. I will review the items briefly for the commission's consideration. Item number 1 is docket number 2022-36T, which is an application of Elite Transport LLC for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item number 2 is docket number 2022-37T, which is the application of Elite Transport LLC for a Class C stretcher van certificate. Item 3 is the application of Kmart Enterprises LLC for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item 4 is the application of U-Ride Transportation LLC for a Class C non-emergency certificate. Item number 5 is docket number 2022-42T. This is the application of Open Arms Counseling Center, Inc., DBA Open Arms Logistical Services for a Class C non-emergency certificate. And finally, in this series is number 6, docket number 2022-46T, the application of Complete Charleston Tours LLC for a Class C charter certificate.
Thank you, Attorney Butler. Commissioners, is there a motion?
Chairman Williams.
Commissioner Williams, you have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. I move that the commission approve the applications for Class C authority in items numbers 1 through 6 as listed by Mr. Butler.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Williams' motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote, starting with District 1, Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer,
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, other members of the commission, staff recommends taking item numbers 7 and 8 together. Both are requests for extension of time to comply with commission rules and regulations. I will summarize those briefly for the commission. Item number 7 is docket number 2021-155T, which is a request of Mr. Pete Transport LLC for an extension of time until June 2nd, 2022 to comply with commission rules and regulations. Item number 8 is docket number 2021-241T. This is the application of Gracie Medical Transport LLC. The request is for an extension of time until August 11th, 2022 to comply with commission rules and regulations.
Commissioners, is there a motion?
Chairman Williams, I'd like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston, you have the floor, sir.
I move that the commission grant the request for extensions of time to comply with commission rules and regulations in items numbers 7 and 8 as listed by Mr. Butler.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Caston's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote, starting with District 1. Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer,
Aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Item number 9 is under docket number 2020-226T. This is a request of Dawn's Taxi and Transportation Services LLC to cancel Class C taxi certificate number 9538.
Commissioners, is there a motion?
Chairman Williams.
Commissioner Williams, you have the floor, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. I move that the commission grant the request of Dawn's Taxi and Transportation Services LLC to cancel its Class C taxi certificate number 9538.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Williams' motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll vote, starting with District 1, Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer,
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Item number 10 is a request to amend. This is a request of Ranky Tanky Transit LLC to amend Class C non-emergency certificate number 9638 to read TC's Medical Transit LLC.
Commissioners, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Powers, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that the commission grant the request of Ranky Tanky Transit LLC to amend its Class C non-emergency certificate number 9638 to read TC's Medical Transit LLC.
Commissioners, hearing Commissioner Powers' motion, is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Powers.
it is not easy to say Ranky Tanky with a straight face.
I completely agree. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I will say I appreciate Ranky Tanky Transit's creativity in their name. It did provide a source of entertainment for us today. If there's no further discussion, we'll vote on Ranky Tanky Transit LLC. Starting with District 1, Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer,
I vote aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
I vote aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, I would note that there is a very good band out of Charleston by the name of Ranky Tanky, and I'm proud to say that there are a number of College of Charleston graduates in that band.
Well, here's to Ranky Tanky.
Mr. Chairman, other members of the commission, that completes the motor carriers agenda and in fact, all the agendas before the commission for today.
Thank you, Attorney Butler. Ladies and gentlemen, we are adjourned.